With HAZOP AI, we are aiming to reduce the time taken to complete a HAZOP by 50%, whilst increasing both quality and consistency. So let me show you how it works. In this example, I'm going to show you how HAZOP AI can be used in a typical HAZOP node for the condensate storage tank that's pictured here. So let's start by creating a new project. And here you'll see there's a welcome message that explains exactly what this prototype is. And there's two places where you need to enter information. The first is the equipment description, where that is literally a list of all the equipment and how it's connected in this HAZOP node. We've got some guidelines that we've prepared that explains how to structure that input. The second is the process description. This is akin to the type of information that you would put at the top of a HAZOP worksheet. And again, we've got some guidelines on what to put in there. But that's things like the pressures, temperatures, the chemicals involved, is it a batch process, what key risks are we concerned about, etc. But what I suggest that you do to start with is load one of our samples. So let's load the condensate storage tank example and press load, and then scroll down and we hit run HAZOP. And here you see on the right hand side, there are three pipelines where information has been returned. This can take several minutes to run, so please be patient. So first is a list of relevant process safety incidents. These have been linked by the equipment description or indeed the process description. There's an abstract of each incident and there's a list of questions that the HAZOP team can ask themselves to make sure that they're doing all that they can to prevent incidents like this from taking place. The second is a list of questions that we think are likely to be raised in the HAZOP. So if you're organising a HAZOP, you can use these to make sure that you've got this information readily available on the day, or as a facilitator, you can ask these questions during the HAZOP to help prompt attendees. We've also added some context that explains why we think that this question is relevant to the HAZOP. And finally, we've got a small pre-populated HAZOP table that again can be used on the day to prompt attendees or can be used to check if anything is missing. And that's got the deviations, causes and consequences. We've got lots of other pipelines that we've been working on, such as a creeping change HAZOP, a chatbot that you can ask information, or something where you could read in a HAZOP report and it can tell you deviations that may have been missed. As a reminder, this has been built using an incredibly limited data set, but imagine the power of this if your own instant data or risk or past risk assessment data was being used. So I encourage you to register, have a play around, and please remember to provide us feedback on any responses. Please contact us on info@salus-technical.com if you'd like a demo or if you'd like us to discuss building a bespoke tool for you. Thank you.